This is a study guide for the adding and subtracting fractions unit. Change the improper fraction to a mixed number. It means I'm going to take 23 fifths, really means 23 divided by 5. 5 goes into 23 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, I got a remainder 3. I'm bringing this 5 over here. And then when I go to write it, big 4, and there's my fraction part right there, 3 fifths. So 23 fifths is going to be the same as 4 and 3 fifths. Notice my denominator's always going to stay the same. 19 thirds really means 19 divided by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 6 times. 1 left over. Bring my 3 over. 6 and 1/3. 31 divided by 4 goes 7 times. 28. 7 remainder 3 is going to be 7 and 3/4. Simplify to lowest terms. I'm looking at the numerator and denominator, see if they're going to say number I can divide them both by. So usually I check for 10s, 5s, 2s, then 3s. So I can't do these both by 10 or 5. They're not both even. I can't do 2s. But if I do the 3 song, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, it works. So I'm going to divide them both by 3, which is going to be 6 divided by 3 is 2. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 6/15 is the same as 2/5. The next one I notice it ends with a 5 and a 0, so I can divide them by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. It equals 5/8. 8/12, I notice they're both even, so I'm going to divide by 2. And I get 4/6. I notice they're both still even, so I'm going to divide by 2 one more time. And now I get 2/3. For the kids to get all of the points on the test, they have to simplify every problem answer to lowest terms. So we're adding here. First thing, before I even get to LCM or to cross multiply, I want to check my denominators. Is there a fast way to make the 4 become an 8? Yeah, times 2. So I'm only going to have to change this fraction. I'm only going to have to change one of them. So if I take the 4 times 2, I'm taking the 3 times 2. So 3/4 is now really 3/8. 3/8 plus 5/8, my fault. 3 times 2 is 6. 6/8 plus 5/8 is 11/8. It's an improper fraction, so I'm going to need to divide. Goes one time. I got 3 left over, so this is really 1 and 3/8. 4/15 plus 2/3. Take a look at it again. Is there a fast way to make the 3 become 15? Yeah, times 5. So I'm taking the top and the bottom, both times 5. This is now 10/15. So I'm taking 4/15 plus 10/15. 14/15, and it won't simplify any. So it's my final answer. 1/9 plus 1/2. Is there a fast way to make the 2 become a 9? No, because this is even and this is not. So I'm going to go with the cross multiply way. 2 times 9 is 18. So I'm making both of my denominators 18. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 9 is 9. Now I don't forget to add 2 18s plus 9 18s is 11 18s. They're not both even. You can't divide by 3, 5, or 10. So that's in simplest terms. Over here I have a problem where I'm adding 3 fractions, so I can't cross multiply, so I'm going to go with the LCM, least common multiple, of 5, 2, and 4, so I'm counting by 5s, and I'm counting by 4s. If you notice I skipped the 2, because I know 2s are all my even numbers. Oh, and I see a 20 and a 20 right there, and I know if I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, I'm eventually going to get there, so I want to change all of my denominators to 20. All of the denominators are going to change to 20. So to get the 5 times something to get it 20, I go times 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, so now I have 8 20ths. To get the 2 to be a 20, I'm taking it times 10, so I have to take the 1 times 10. I got 10 20ths. And to get the 4 to be a 20, I'm taking it times 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. There's my 3 new fractions to add. 8 20ths plus 10 20ths plus 15 20ths. 10 plus 15 is 25, plus 8 more is 33. So I have 33/20ths. It's an improper fraction, so I don't want to leave it that way. I'm going to come down here and divide it. 120 and 33. Got 13 for a remainder. This dude's coming over here under there. My final answer is 1 and 13/20ths. I can't simplify the fraction part, so that's my final answer. Got some subtraction problems. We're doing the same way. Check your denominator. Is there a fast way to make 5 into a 15? Yeah, times 3. So that's going to be my new denominator over here. My LCM would have been 15. If you'd have went down through here, 5, 10, 15. I count by 15s, 15. So, since I took the bottom times 3, I'm going to take the top times 3, and I get a 6. 6/15 minus 4. Notice we're doing subtraction. 6/15 minus 4/15 equals 2/15, and it's as simple as it'll go. Is there a fast way to change the 4 to an 8? Times 2. I'm going to take the 3 times 2, and I've now changed 3/4 to 6/8. 6/8 minus 1/8 equals 5/8. Check out the next two. My smaller denominator is 3. Is there a fast way to make the 3 be a 5? There's not, so I'm going to go with cross multiplying. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 5 is 5. By the way, if I would have done the LCM, just so you know, people who like the LCM, guess what? Would have came up with the exact same thing. Up here I would have said 5 times 3, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 5, 1 times 5, 5. 9/15 minus 5/15 equals 4/15. Let's go to the other one. I got an 8 and a 6. Is there a fast way to make the 8 be a 6? No. I can either cross multiply or do the LCM. I like cross multiplying. So I'm going to get a 48 there from 8 times 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 2 times 18 is 16. And I subtract. 18 minus 16 is 2. Denominator doesn't change. 2 48ths. They're both even. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 48 divided by 2 is 24. Granny had 5/8 of a pound of sugar. She used a half of a pound making brownies. How much sugar does she have left? So she had 5/8. She used, that means I'm taking it away, giving it away, 1/2. So it's just like the problems we were doing before, except it's a story problem. Is there a fast way to make the 2 be an 8? Yeah, times 4. So 1/2 is really 4/8. And then we got 5/8 minus 4/8, 1/8 of a pound. Complete with greater than, less than, or equal. These problems are great for cross multiplying. 7 times 3 is 21. So we're just trying to find two fractions that have the same denominator because it's easy to compare then. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 7 is 14. So 15 21st is more than 14 21st. So 5/7 is just a hair bigger. Let's come over to this one. 5 times 8 is 40. 2 times 8, 16. 3 times 5, 15. 2/3, 2/5 is bigger than 3/8 by just a little bit. Notice the 2 is less than the 3 and the 5 was less than the 8, so you can't just look at the numerators or denominators. You need to change them to get the same denominator, then I can just check the numerators. Bobo, kittens weigh 1/3 and 1/4 of a pound. How much do they weigh together? Together means I'm going to be adding, so I got 1/3 plus 1/4. Is there a fast way to change the third and the thirds to fourths? No. So I'm going to cross multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. So I have 4/12 plus 3/12 equals 7/12 of a pound. Dave has 17 fish, 6 gerbils, and 2 cats. What fraction of his pets are gerbils? So when I do a fraction, it's going to be something out of something. Since it's asking about the gerbils, how many gerbils are there? 6. The number that goes on the bottom, my denominator, is always how many in all. So I'm going to take 17 plus 6 plus 2, and I'm at 25. 6/25 of his pets are gerbils. if it would ask for one of the other ones, I would have said 17 25ths are fish, 2 25ths are cats. Jeff got 64% of the 50 math questions right. How many did he work correctly? The problem is telling me right here about what I need to do. 64% is really 0.64 when written as a decimal. Of means times. 50 is how many you got right, so I'm taking 0.64 times 50. 0, 0, 0. Marco Polo, 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 2 more, 32. Add them up. Put my decimal in 1 2 spots over. 32.00. So he got 32 right. Double check, make sure my answer makes sense. If there were 50 on the test, he got 32 right. That would be a little bit over half, because 25 out of 50 would be half. And we're at 64%, which is a little over half. Game's regular price is $40. It's on sale for 15% off. What is the sale price? So I'm writing my regular price, 40 bucks. And then I want to find out how much comes off. 15% off. That's 0.15 for 15%. It normally costs 40 bucks, so I want to find what 15% of 40 is. Marco Polo, 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 1 is 6. Put my decimal in 1 2 spots over. $6. So 15% of 40 is $6, so I'm taking $6 off the sale price. Now when I subtract, I'm going to find out that the new sale price is 34 bucks instead of being $40 like regular price. What fraction of the shapes are circles? So I'm looking for a fraction answer. See the word circles, count up my circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 circles out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 in all. So 7/17ths of them are circles. The least common multiple of 6 and 4. I know most people would like to just multiply those two together, but that may not give me the least common multiple. It would just be a common multiple. So I'm going to count by 6's. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Count by 4's. 4, 8, 12. There we go. The least common multiple of 6 and 4 is 12. I know if I would have kept going with 4's, we would have got to 24, and 6 times 4 is 24, but that's not the least common multiple. I got a chart where I'll need to switch the fractions to decimals and percents and vice versa. When I start with the fraction, I want to get it to be something over 100, because that will make it easy for me to do a decimal and a percent. So the 4 times something equals 100. There's 4 quarters in 100, 4 quarters in a dollar, so 4 times 25, so I'm going to take the 3 times 25 is 75. Percent means the amount out of 100, so there's 75%. Decimal, I just take whatever's over 100. This means 75 hundredths, and I just write it that way. When I read this number, I've got 9, and it's in the 10th hundredth spot. So this is 9 hundredths. And since it's over 100, that means it would be 9%. 27% is nice, because it's just 27 out of 100, because percent means per 100. When I go to write it as a decimal, this is 27 hundredths. So I'm writing 27 hundredths, 27, and it stops in the hundredth spot. Last problem. What is the perimeter of the field? Perimeter means the distance all the way around. So I'm going to have to add 4 sides. Even though there's only 2 sides labeled, I'm going to be adding 4 sides together. So I really have 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. The problem is I need an LCM or be able to cross multiply. So since the 3/4 are really the same, I have 3/4 and 1/3 that I need to change. When I go to cross multiply, 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 times 4 is 4. So the 3/4 sides are really 9/12. So there's a 9/12, and there's a 9/12. The 1/3 sides are really 4/12. So 4/12 plus 4/12. So I've got 18, 22, 26/12. When I divide it out, it goes 2 times with a remainder of 2. 2 and 2/12, which I can simplify if I divide by 2 to 2 and 1/6.